ladies and gentlemen, members of the jury, members of the Roll the Tape film crew. Well, Bill Haney says that Devin Haney should be getting the fight with Teofimo Lopez instead of Jaron Boots Ennis. Now, before I give you my perspective on this and my professional opinion, let me just encourage you, please subscribe to the channel. Please become a member of the channel by joining this channel. Become a supervisor of the Roll the Tape film crew. All contributions are greatly appreciated. There's a super thanks button. When you click it, you can also contribute to the channel. Of course, Cash App. You know what that is. $ Manager Marty. I greatly appreciate it. Now, enough with the hugs, handshakes, and Valentine's Day cards. Bill Haney, in a recent interview with Cigar Talk, he said that Devin Haney, his son, is a much bigger fight than Jaron Boots Ennis and Teo. He thinks that his son deserves the opportunity to fight Teofimo Lopez instead of Boots. Now, here's the thing that I want to bring up, because I think this is as equally as important when we talk about this topic. I want to know who's funding the fight between Jaron Ennis and Teofimo Lopez. I want to know who's actually utilizing their monetary and financial resources to bankroll the fight between Jaron Ennis and Teofimo Lopez. I want to know who is Eddie Hearn, the promoter of Jaron Boots Ennis. Who is he negotiating with on behalf of Jaron Ennis to fight Teofimo Lopez? Oh, I get it. The answer to all three of those questions are the same. You guessed it. Turkey al-Sheikh. Turkey al-Sheikh. Because Eddie Hearn, and I published this yesterday, that Eddie Hearn was in a recent interview with Fight Hub TV, and he said that Turkey al-Sheikh is the one who he's negotiating with on behalf of Boots to fight Teofimo Lopez in Saudi Arabia, initially in October of 2025, but he said most likely in August of 2025. So my thing is, if Turkey al-Sheikh is the one who's negotiating with Boots' promoter for Boots to fight Teo, then shouldn't Bill Haney take that up with Turkey al-Sheikh? No. Shouldn't Devin Haney take that up with Turkey al-Sheikh? No. What I mean is, isn't Turkey al-Sheikh the guy who Devin Haney said in multiple interviews leading up to the Jose Ramirez fight? Isn't Turkey al-Sheikh the guy that Devin Haney said he reached out to Turkey to ask Turkey to help him find an opponent so that he can get a guaranteed purse? I mean, the Haneys went to Turkey al-Sheikh with their hand out. Y'all remember that? I mean, after the Ryan Garcia fight, after Devin Haney was suspended for 8 months, after Devin Haney came back, they didn't have an opponent for Devin to fight. They didn't have a promoter to do business with. They didn't have a network. These are things that happen when you're your own boss. You have these resources. Because, you know, Devin and Bill especially Bill Haney, he keeps saying that they're their own bosses. But my point is, they had to run with their hand out to Turkey al-Sheikh Now, I'm not tripping off of running the turkey a la sheep. To each his own. Go get the bag. But what I'm trying to get at is, I thought that Turkey a la Sheik told Tank Davis that Devin Haney was his guy. I'm just telling you what Tank said in an interview. We talked about this months ago, but I'm just saying, I thought Devin Haney was Turkey's guy. So then if Devin Haney is Turkey's guy and Turkey's negotiating with Eddie Hearn for Boots to fight Teo instead of Devin, then that means that Bill Haney needs to take up his concerns with Turkey a la Sheik. I mean, it's good to speak on it in an interview. I mean, that's cute. But I'm just trying to figure out, why didn't Bill check Turkey? Why didn't Bill hold Turkey accountable? So that Turkey can bankroll the fight between Devin Haney and Teofimo Lopez. I'm just asking the question. Don't get mad at us. Don't get mad at me and the Road to Tape Film Crew. We have questions. You probably hear my voice most of the time. But we need answers. And here's the thing. In my professional opinion, Devin Haney versus a Teofimo Lopez is not a bigger fight. I mean, let's look at both of their last performances, both of them, and they fought on the same card. Back to back. When I say back to back, I mean the order that they were in on the actual card. I'm talking about the last card in New York, Times Square, a couple of weeks ago. Teofimo fought, and then Devin fought right after him. Both of their performances were lackluster. You mean to tell me the fans, after seeing that, will pay for both of them to fight each other based on those performances? Absolutely not. Not only that, we know that Devin Haney is not a draw compared to a Teofimo Lopez. We know that Devin Haney is not a draw compared to Jerron Boots Ennis. So professionally speaking, I'm talking about the business of boxing now. I'm talking about making a profit now. Every promoter will look at a Teofimo versus a Jerron Boots Ennis fight as a big money fight. Doesn't matter what the results of the outcome going to be. It's a big money fight. They both have huge fan bases, okay, on the East Coast. Teofimo from New York, Boots from Philly. Teofimo is Hispanic. Boots Ennis, Black or African American. Boots Ennis, in his last 2 to 3 outings, did big numbers. Live gate and pay-per-view. When I'm talking about the pay-per-view buys, probably wasn't bigger than like a Tank fight, but the bottom line is it generated a lot of revenue, made some good money for the promotion and for himself. And you know, every time Teo fight in New York, you know they show up. What I'm getting at is both of these guys bring the stars out, bring the cars out, and bring the bras out compared to Devin Haney. And so with that being said, most promoters don't want to do business with the Haneys. Not just because of Bill Haney's antics mostly, but they know at this point that they're going to lose a lot of money because unfortunately they're going to come out in the red. Meaning that the likelihood of them making a profit, the likelihood of them turning a profit is slim. And that's why I always say that there's 3 things that Bill Haney needs to do in order to turn things around, to improve the career of his son, Devin Haney. And that is, shh, be quiet. Be quiet. Go in the background, learn the business of boxing, and then let Devin Haney get the shine that he rightfully deserves. Let him do more interviews. Let him be more in the public eye. But they don't listen to me. I mean, Bill Haney told y'all already, I'm just a manager at Walmart. I'm just a manager at Target. You know what? I'm doing way too much talking. Don't take my word for it.